Good morning, my lovelies, and welcome to Wednesday Wisdom Live. Today we are talking about the chakras and the lotus, and how the lotus and the chakras affect our very being. So when you come on, just say hello, and so I can see the comments as they come through. Okay, so I will start. So first of all, I'm going to go through the chakras, and I'm only going to talk about the 7 chakras today. I'm not going to worry about going into any further chakras than that, because these are the ones that most people know. Okay, so the root chakra. The root chakra is located at the base of your spine, and each chakra goes front to back. So it's not just in one frontal position, it's front and back. The root chakra is, as I said, at the base of your spine, so it's the root or the base chakra, and it is governed by the colour red. So it represents power. What does it mean when the root chakra, how do we know what the root chakra does for us? First of all, it's about our survival, our security. It's all about trusting and safety and patience. So say hello when you come in so I can see that I'm getting the comments. It is governed by the element of earth, and that means it is definitely linked to grounding. So if your root chakra is in balance, it means you're at ease with your body. You love the body that you're in. Hi, Christine. You have deep trust. Hi, LRH. You have deep trust, and you think everything in your world is going fine. If it's blocked, you mistrust. You have fear of change. It can be blocked by trauma, abuse, and power that's overtaken you. In other words, other people's power trying to affect you. And if you are suffering from being alone, you've put yourself into a situation where you don't want to be around other people. Sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes not. So make sure that your root chakra is always balanced. And I'm going to go back to one moment. I have different notes that I need to go back to for, here we go, the lotus. So the root chakra, the lotus for the petals for the root chakra is 4 petals. And those 4 petals are all about foundation that supports. So it is represented by a symbol of a circle with a square in the middle, and underneath that square is a triangle pointing down. So it's a square in a circle, and the triangle is pointing to grounding. Then we go to the sacral chakra, which is emotional balance and, of course, sexuality. So that's just above our pelvic bone. It is the colour orange and is governed by the element of water. So what I want to say, if your root chakra is out, get out and ground yourself. If your sacral chakra is out, drink plenty of water, or go and have some water therapy. It's all to do with creativity, playfulness. So if you're not being very creative at the moment, have a look at your sacral chakra. Maybe that's out. How do you know if it's balanced? You're full of excitement. There's constant joy. You're not needing to have outer world stimuli. In other words, you don't need to say, I'm going to go to the park today because that'll make me feel happy, or I'll catch up with a girlfriend because that'll make me feel happy. You don't need outside stimulation. If it's blocked, it will be fear of disappointing others and shame. So if you're suffering from shame, or you don't like disappointing others, your sacral chakra is out. So your sacral chakra has 6 petals, and that is the circles circles, 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 which is like the moon. So that's why the full moon is so powerful. The sacral chakra is related to anger and hatred and jealousy and cruelty, desire and pride. So if we're being too proud about ourselves, our sacral chakra is out as well. The solar plexus, governed by the element of fire, and that relates to the sunshine, the colour yellow. Solar plexus is all about our own personal will power, our personal power as well, and it's all about our identity, our ambition, our determination, our dignity and our confidence. So you can see this can take a pounding from many people if we're not careful. If it's balanced, we have a sense of self. We know who we are because it's all to do with identity. We're comfortable in our own skin. We are confident in what we do and what we say. We stand in our own truth, and we come from integrity. If it's blocked, we have fear of failure. Lots of people have this. So I want to say fear of failure and fear of success can be hand in hand. Fear of rejection and fear of humiliation. Pretty powerful, really, what it can do to us. So the solar plexus has 6 petals, and that's represented by a circle with a downward pointing triangle. Sorry, beg your pardon, that was 10 petals, rather. And it's all about blocking qualities that it's the qualities to overcome that we need to block. In other words, we need to block fear, because these things will stop us from moving forward. We need to get rid of sadness, foolishness, delusion, disgust, treachery, shame, jealousy, ignorance. So we can be ignorant without even knowing it. The heart chakra, of course, is all about love and healing, and its colour is green, and it is air. Love and healing, relationships, particularly with self and with significant others, and compassion. So if it's balanced, we have unconditional love. We come from unconditional love. We don't put conditions on the love that we give out. We are compassionate. We have healthy, intimate relationships. If it's blocked, we can be blocked by having been abandoned at some point in our life or feeling abandonment now. Rejection. We're not good enough. Or losing ourself in another person. In other words, that other person is more important than us. So without that person, we don't exist. We can't go on if we don't have that person in our lives. And a lot of you will understand that with how loving relationships can go out of control. So if a loving relationship is out of control, it will block us. So the heart chakra is about kindness as well, and forgiveness, peace and harmony, understanding, clarity, purity and unity, and it has 12 petals. And it is triangles that cross over like the Star of David, so pointing up and pointing below, pointing down, so connecting the spirit realm with the earth realm. So your soul star with your earth star. We get now to the throat chakra, and the throat chakra is about self-expression and communication. It's governed by the colour blue, and it is represented by ether. So if it's balanced, you express freely your inner truth. You don't fear what you speak about. You don't have fear of judgment, and you speak lovingly. If it's blocked, you have fear of rejection, criticism, and you feel like you can't speak your truth. So the throat chakra is 16 petals, and it's signified by a triangle pointing down with a circle in the middle. And it's all about the stages of development from source to self, self to source. In other words, how we become the divine self. And the triangle is about the pure channel for consciousness of soul. And the circle is pure mind. The third eye is the colour indigo, and it has 2 petals, the last 2 remaining, which is self and God, or self and divinity. It's the duality. So it's your ultimate reality, consciousness and the soul. And your third eye is all about your intuition, your awareness, clarity of vision, your wisdom, your inner wisdom. It is governed by the element of light and the colour indigo. If it's balanced, you're seeing discrimination. You can see when people are discriminating against others. You can identify reality from illusion. You see what others don't see. You see what's between the lines, the hidden meaning of things. If it's blocked, you feel disoriented, you feel confused, and you don't know what the truth is. You can't discern what is truth and what is not. We get to the last one, the crown chakra, the most beautiful 1,000 petals of the lotus. And the crown chakra is blossoming of consciousness. And the sound for this Om, we all know the word Om, is the sound of eternity, or the eternal, those that never leave, the higher realms. So the crown chakra is violet, and it talks about spirituality, transcending beyond the 3rd dimension. So getting us to rise to the 4th, 5th and above dimensions. It's governed by space. If it's blocked, if it's balanced, I was going to say a sense of oneness is not blocked. You feel a sense of oneness, like everything is connected. You feel unity, united with all that is. You feel a spiritual union. You feel spiritually alive. If it's blocked, you have a fear of death. Or falling into the unknown, or falling back into the 3D materialistic world. So I hope that has helped you today in understanding how your chakras and the beautiful lotus is about developing your spirituality. So the lotus flower grows in muck and mire. And as it comes to open, each petal means something. The inner part of the lotus is about peace and purity and rebirth and regeneration. So it's like the phoenix rising from the flames. The lotus flower comes up, and as it opens, each petal has an effect on your chakras. So I hope that has helped you today to understand a little bit about your chakras and how important it is to keep checking in with them to see if they are balanced or imbalanced. And if they're imbalanced, the lower ones pull the top ones down. So your heart chakra is the bridge between your top chakras and your lower chakras. So I'm going to just say that if you're going to be imbalanced in any areas, the main one would be the root chakra. That's where it all starts. If your root chakra, your base chakra, is imbalanced, it will pull your crown chakra down. If your sacral chakra is imbalanced, it will affect your third eye. If your solar plexus is imbalanced, it will affect your throat chakra. And if your heart chakra is imbalanced, it blocks them all. So think very carefully about checking in with your chakras on a daily or weekly basis to make sure that you are balanced. And if you're imbalanced and you can connect to the element, that's great. If you can't, then think about eating foods that represent the colour of the chakra that you're trying to heal. There are more ways of balancing your chakras, and I will talk about those next week. Blessings of love and light, and namaste, and thank you for watching.